Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap. So you must have come across this word farmers producer organization while studying any news that is related to agriculture, right? So that is why I have decided to cover this news, and of course this was in news and that is why we are covering it, and that is why it becomes important from all the examination point of view. So let's start, but before that, to our new audience, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and you can also join our Telegram channel to get the PDF of this lecture and the link of it is given in the description box below. Alright, so now what we are going to do, we are going to understand word by word what this scheme or this particular organization is all about for your better understanding, right? So we'll start with producer organization. What is producer organization? Okay, producer means someone who produces something, right? An organization, it is a group of people. So basically this producer organization, it is a legal entity. All right, this is a legal entity or a group of people, and they come under Companies Act. So these organizations, they are registered under Companies Act, and this organization, it constitutes of whom? When we are talking about producer organization, at that time we are saying of everyone, be it fishermen, be it artisans, be it handicraft makers, right? So everyone would come under producer organization because they produce something and they are forming an organization. But when we're talking about farmers producer organization, we are specific to here, right? So this is the basic concept. And now why these organizations are formed? See, if you look for India, approximate 85% of farmers here are small and marginal. Basically, what does it mean? They have small lands, and that is why they produce, or we can say the yield that is produced in the field, it is quite small. So they do not really get that money for their produce, whatever that has been cultivated in that land. Why? Because of that small quantity, not many of the big companies or the organization, they are willing to take the crops from them or any yield. It can be grains, it can be pulses, right? So if they all come together, of course the yield will be more, and of course also the input, all the money that is used for the input purpose or for the transport purpose, that would be distributed, and that is why they would have more profit. So with this aim, this particular farmers producer organization, it came into existence. It is something like Amul. If most of you may have heard of it, Amul, the milk brand. So it started with the same concept that all the people of that particular village, they came together and they clustered whatever milk that was produced, and so they had better earning after that. And similarly would happen in this. So here we are talking about farmers producer organization, and who would be the head of this particular organization, as it is a legal entity. So as in, nobody would be a specific head of it. Every farmer that is associated with this organization, who is a part of organization, they have equal rights. All right, so let's understand. We'll start with the basic things that we always do, and I hope this concept is now clear. And let's move with the simple things. For example, what is the launch year? So the launch year over here, it is February 2020. Okay, and then coming to the ministry. So because this farmers producer organization, it is related to agriculture, and that is why the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. I hope this is easy to understand. Coming to the next thing, that is, which type of scheme is this? So it is basically a center sector scheme. Now here the thing that you should ask is, why is money needed for it? If they are making an organization, if they are selling their products together, so why there is a need of giving money by the government? So, and also for those of you watching video for the first time, we have already discussed that center sector schemes are those schemes which are 100% funded by central government, and center sponsored schemes, in such type of schemes there is share of both central government as well as state government. All right, so so to the question that why is it needed, so basically see, the farmers, they initially do not have that much money, if you talk about small and marginal farmers, for the storage or for the transportation. All right, so to give them a push, to let them be in that stage where they can take care of themselves, so that is why the central government would pay them. How much? We'll look in the next slide. All right, now let's move to another important thing, target and aim. All right, so what is the aim that I've already discussed? To increase farmers' income. Now how this farmers income will be increased, all right. So see, basically how it will be increased, there are two things. First of all, there would be you can say in an organization now they know that they would be getting better price, because when talking about when all the quantity then collectively would be sell, they would have better profit, which they would not have gotten if they have sell their smaller quantity individually, right? At one sense is that. And what is the second sense in which this income would increase? Because there would be no middleman in it, because this organization, it would take care of all the produce that needs to be sold, and that is why there would be no use of middlemen, and therefore that money, it would be saved, and that would be equally distributed among the farmers. Coming to provide employment, how? So if new industries would be set up, maybe new storage facilities or other supply chain would be set up for the purpose, because the government, it is giving the organization money to do better, to provide better services to them, so that their quality of the product, it is not degraded, right? So that is why to make those things, employment would be made, right? So that is why it will also provide employment in the rural areas. Talking about the target, so here we are talking about the formation and promotion of farmers producer organization. So it is to form and promote 10,000 new FPOs till 2027-28, and for this the budget that has been allocated, it is 6865 crore, all right. So this data you should remember, all right. So here the target is to make these many organization, these organization can have as many people as it can be till 2027-28, all right. Now what are the key features? Now let's see what are the key features. So when first we will talk about what are the finance assistance that is provided in this particular scheme, all right. So up to 18 lakh per FPO for a period of 3 years, that would be provided by the government. Why? We have already discussed. Coming to the next thing, provisions have also been made. So there are also some provisions which says what? That the matching equity grant. What is equity grant? The equal share what the farmer would invest in the organization, right? So the farmers, they would also want good for themselves, right? So they would also invest some amount to it. So it is a provision also made for that to match whatever the share that the farmer has put, but there is a limit to it, right? Because in that way the farmer would invest any amount, right? So here this cap, that upper limit for the government, that it has set for itself, it is 2,000 per farmer. So they can equate, the government can equate up to 2,000 per farmer member who is a part of FPO, not any farmer but who is a part of FPO. And also there is a limit of 15 lakh per FPO. So a government can match this equity grant up to just 15 lakh per FPO and not more than that, because they need money for other things, right? And for other FPOs as well. So, and the next thing, credit, see the amount which this particular amount, the first amount which government is giving, that is not on loan basis, that is not that which the FPO would have to return afterwards, no. So that is this, but it can also grant some loan facilities up to project loan. Here you can see up to 2 crore. So if there is an organization that is going well, that is flourishing well, and they now need some more money for more improvement in that area or in that organization in terms of transport facilities or any input facilities. For example, if they want any machineries for the better production, for example tractor or anything like that, right? So if they would be needing loans for that, so government, they can give up to facilitate up to 2 crores of that, right? And yeah, for the per FPO we are talking about here. I hope this is clear to you all, but there are 2 more features that we have to look at. So what would happen now? This we have talked about how FPL will run it, right? But now there should be some organization that would keep a check on how many FPOs are being registered and to look after that, right? So here it is cluster based business organization which will look after. It will be it would be established state wise, so that there is a check on how many FPOs are registered. And also the Small Farmers Agribusiness Consortium, this organization is providing support for the promotion of FPO. So there are two terms. This will take care of the registration of FPOs, whereas this particular organization for now it is providing support for the promotion of FPO, because this particular concept, it is going to help the farmers, right? So that is why a support is needed, because it has just started. So yeah, that was about the key features. Now let's look at what was in news and why are we seeing this. So see this particular snippet, it is from PIB. Okay, PIB, that is the first source on which government it shares the information, right? So what does it say? This is of this 27 July 2021, all right, and it talks about a center sector scheme. Now you already know what is this, of formation and promotion of 10,000 farmers producer organization. If this snippet it is not clear in the video, you can find it very well in the PDF that I'll provide in the Telegram channel. Again, the link it is in the description box to get this PDF. So here the formation and promotion of 10,000 farmers producer organization. This is the scheme that the government is talking about, that would associated with the formation and promotion of 10,000 farmer producer organization, right, till 2027 28 that we have already done, and 1665 crore budget, right? And there is one more thing that you should I want to highlight is one district one product approach. So basically, see, farmers organization are made for what? To sell a product, right? So here every area it has its speciality, right? So here the farmers producer organization would also aim to promote one district one product, so that if there is some speciality or some area that is abundant in that particular yield, that could get its name, and that would, if something has its name or speciality, they would definitely get more benefit and money than the rest, right? So it would also help in the development of product specialization. I hope this is clear to you all, and yeah, this was all about the news. Now let's have a quick recap of what we have studied. So let's start with the launch year. So the launch year of it is February 2020, that we know. Ministry is Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Type, it is a center sector scheme. Then moving ahead with the aim, so that is to increase farmer income. We had studied two aspects, right? I hope you remember them. And also about the employment that we have studied. How was the farmers income? Because they would get more money, as well as there is no middleman, and employment was to create new storage facilities and other infrastructure requirement that is that would be considered under the FPOs. Target, it is to form and promote 10,000 new FPOs till 27-28. And then key feature in financial assistance, we studied about 3, right? 18 lakh up to 3 years. And then we had the equity, the government, they would equate till the equity grant of how much? 2,000 per farmer, and also about 15 lakh per FPO. And then we also studied about the loan, right? Next is the support, and support was by the organization that would be provided to the FPOs, right? So yeah, that is all for today in today's class, and this is the homework. And the homework says how many FPO produce cluster have been allocated for the formation of FPOs in 2020-2021, and you have to give the right answer in the comment section below. And yeah, so yeah, these are the toppers of yesterday's class who gave the right answer. And Anurag said right answer, Shami said right answer, Shubham said right answer, and Shami, he also explained that how he got the seat. And then Shubham said the right answer. He two people, they have comment on the answer, but they were wrong. So basically what happened, Prahlad Singh Patel, he is the Minister of State, and I talked about the Minister of Food Processing Industries, right? So that is why there's a difference. And Ed said the right answer, and then Aarti also said the right answer. Then comes he asked me about to make some current data. Yes, I'll go with that currently by focusing on schemes, but yes, before examination you'll definitely have those sessions. So yeah, that is all for today. I hope this session was fruitful for you all. If you have any query, comment down below. You suggest me which schemes should I cover. I have noted down the suggestions. I'll definitely work on them. And yeah, that is all for today, and all the best for your examination. Thank you.